Hello guys and welcome back. Surprise, surprise. You guess where I'm at. Yeah, I'm here. I'm invisible. So let's get to the area where the things are stronger. It's really late night. I napped and I got up. It's 1. Well, it's now 2 a.m. And I thought, let's play some Everquest. I don't know who's in zone yet. 7 players, including myself. And there's a level 52 player, 35, 36, 34, 31. So I'm thinking they're going to be at the graveyard. Let's just guess. Boom. Nope, they're at the castle entrance. Yep, castle entrance group. Okay. That's got to be where they're at. And the level 52 player is probably one of their alts buffing everyone. Or maybe whatever. We'll see. So I'd hate to join the group and say, hey, would you like to join our group? We need someone to pull. I don't want to pull things. There we are, there's a group. So blue, 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 and blue. And there's a guy pulling, he's a monk. Let's see. Oh, look at that. Cool looking armor. So his level, let's see what he is. Vur. Vur's a 34 monk. Yeah, they would... I'm real high level compared to them, so if I did join them, they'd want me to do a lot of work. Otherwise, I'd be stealing so much XP from the group. Not stealing it, but taking the largest contributions. Okay, so what I'll do instead... Let me clear my throat, hold on. Yeah, I was eating some chocolate donuts. Okay, so I'm likely to get a lot of ads here, but I'm going to start clearing this thing out. Yeah. Oh, it's been so long. Okay, so you want to get the Whistling War Song going? All right. So I got War Song, and then I have Dissonance, Hill, and then Silos. Okay, that'll work. Oh, it's so hard just to get the one. Oh man, it's been a while. I hate trying to pull this group here, and there's usually one that roams up and down. So if I can get the roamer first, I'd be happy. Where are they at? Don't see the roamer. They'll come in. They'll show up at the wrong time. All right, so we have to do the Pixie Strike is a Mez, I think. I can't remember which one. Let's see if I can Mez real quick. Mez. No, we don't want to Mez. Shoot, what did I just do? I just did something stupid, didn't I? Okay. Hey, one is okay. So when that one's finished mezzing, he's gonna come too, I think. Ooh, I should have done lull. Lull's the preferred way to do. And I'm taking damage here. Look at this. I'm down to 86%. Maybe that's because I don't know why that is. Yeah, here we go. 2 on 1, we can handle. Divide and conquer. Okay, Silos, that's the snare song. Oh, why am I not a werewolf? I should be a werewolf. Let's do the werewolf after these kills. Hey, I'm doing well though. I'm stacked with great gear. That's the reason. Yes. Always love that proc. It's got that animation look like Lich spell line. Or cannibalize. That blue. What color is that? Azure? Azure. Man, we're doing so good. What color are these? These are blue. Alright, we're at 56%. Alright. Yeah, what is he? He's green, so greens and blues. And we gained 2% off that last kill. And you gotta remember, you can possibly get ads from behind because there's roamers that come down these hallways. Lots of roamers. So tonight, I just ate a chocolate donut. And then so you know when you know when dogs see food, they got that Pavlovian. Anyways, you drool a lot, and that's because your body is trying to digest food, especially sugary foods, because you can digest carbohydrates in your mouth with your saliva. Actually, did you know that you can digest food with your saliva? But you couldn't digest a steak with saliva because the enzymes that break down are not proteases, they're amylases. Okay, anyways, what am I doing now? Oh yeah, we want to turn ourselves into a werewolf. So salivary amylases, you can digest carbohydrates in your mouth. And so when you eat something like that, you're producing a lot of saliva. That's why I'm clearing my throat a lot after I ate that chocolate donut. It's quite annoying. Okay. All right, we look great now. I look amazing. So I cleared 2 out of the way. There's usually like a whole bunch of them here. Now some of these are casters. Those are the ones you really have to watch out for. Let's just do a snare. Oh wait, no. I don't have... Okay, I need to take this. I'm going to use this one, but I need to take it off. Alright. Actually, let's just pull them with silos. Now that I know I'm only going to get the one. Did silos work? Come on back here. I guess the mez didn't override the mez. Interesting. I thought it would override the mez because I did silos on them. Alright. Let's get the war song going. These might be the caster types. I don't know. I can't remember the ones that are casters. Y'all got a similar look to them, and the names just don't make a lot of sense to me. Ancils and just words, you know. It's not my vocabulary. Alright, we're sounding good. We're looking good. I'm actually pretty big for a werewolf. Oh yeah. So I'm at 58%. It's a long ways right now. I'm in hell level 2, I guess. Level 40 is hell level. So when I get this level, the next level is going to be quicker. So the idea is to get inside the castle. I have 2 characters parked here in Mistmoore, my ranger and the bard. Great, we get a percent of XP. Whoa! There is the roamer. Let's just tack him right here. Man, all those claws right there. Green, 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 green. That's all damage hits. Haste. You have to do a lot of work with twisting songs, though. If you want to really chill, melee bard is not the easiest way to chill. Dang, I have a lot of stuff, don't I? Oh my god, look how much loot I have. I'm almost out of space now. I'll get rid of a tentacle whip. I can't remember if that's a... Oh man, let's just... Guys, my bags are filled up. I didn't realize it. Well, we're gonna lose loot. Whatever. It is what it is. That's a saying I learned in the army. It is what it is. Everybody said that. And then you pick it up. It is what it is. Well, it is what it is. So, a saying that we were saying a lot in, on Thursday, one person said it and everybody kept saying it. Open up a can of worms. And that means when you ask a patient, is there anything else I can help you with today? Or is there anything else we'd like to address today? You're opening up a can of worms. try to use those air quotes, a can of worms, because you never know what they're going to say. And the most dreaded thing you'll hear is, "Oh, I got chest pain." Because you're at the very end of the visit. You're kind of like reaching for the door. "Is there anything else I can do for you?" And they're like, "Yeah, I also got chest pain." It's like, crap. So there's a technique we use called agenda setting instead of, whoa, please don't tell me there's a train coming my way. So agenda setting is what you do at the beginning of the interview. Yes. And then you say, let's say you say, "Hey, Dr. Smith," or say, "Mr. Smith, thank you for coming in today. How you been doing?" And then you like go into like, "Okay, thank you for meeting. This is a follow-up visit. We were discussing your pre-diabetes previously, and we're working on controlling your A1C with lifestyle and diet and lifestyle." And then you're saying, "Before we go into that, is there anything else that you'd like to address today?" And then they say, "Oh yeah, I'd also like to talk about this rash I got on my butt." And they say, "Oh, okay, that sounds." And then you're like, "Yeah, is there anything else you'd like to talk about today?" And you kind of get the whole list of things they want to discuss. And then you set the agenda, like, because a lot of times they want to talk about a lot of things and you don't have time. You get 20 minutes, right? So you're like, "Okay, well, which is most important for you to address today?" Because sometimes they're like, "Well, I really want to talk about my toenail fungus." I'm like, "Okay, we'll talk about your toenail fungus." But you go into the pre-diabetes, the plan. You kind of follow up on your, like, "Okay, how are you doing on your efforts?" And then you go into the toenail fungus. And you go, "It looks like we're out of time. Can we schedule a follow-up and we can talk about this rash you got on your butt?" Like, "I'm sorry we didn't get to take care of everything in one visit." Because a lot of times they don't understand, you got a short amount of time, and they'll bring a list of paper, like, "Here, I want to talk about this stuff." It's like a laundry list. I can't talk about all this in 20 minutes. All right, I'm going to start pulling more of these. So I need to get rid of this Pixie Strike spell and put on the lull spell. So I think it's called something with a K. Where is it? I didn't see it. Oh, it's like a level 8 spell, so it's in the very first. There it is. So I like that these ones use instruments, but you don't have to have an instrument to have it work. They just work better with instruments. Alright, so I think we'll just pull it'll just be a single pull. Let's make sure nothing. Oh my god, there's a familiar behind me. What the hell's going on? Oh god, I got 2 of them. So I think this one's a caster too. And I don't understand what's going on behind me. We better flip and twist some songs. Oh god, I'm getting zapped. Getting zapped. So luckily I resisted that nuke. Let's take him down. Yeah. Hymn of Restoration. Silos. Jonathan's. Come on, don't miss a note. Oh dude, we almost got him down. Come on, get him. Oh yes. That went really well. I guess they're not the types that can heal themselves. Those are the ones that nuke. That's why. 61%. Really good XP. Man, I just forget how fast I level up on the Bard compared to like playing some of my other melee classes. This is just super quick. So other things we're learning to do is motivational interviewing. So say you got someone who we found their LFTs to be up. So liver function test showing they have liver inflammation. We see this on a routine lab, and then I'm like, find out, yeah, they've got a drinking history, but they've also got evidence of cirrhosis of the liver. And we're like, okay, let's let's do an abdominal ultrasound and check it out. And it's showing. So I share the results, on follow-up visit. Like, okay, we got your ultrasound back, and I'd like to go over the results with you. Is that okay with you? And then you go over it and say, we show evidence of like echogenicity of the liver. And what this technically means is that you've got fatty deposits in the liver. And then you go into it and you're like, and you start talking about their recommendations. So the recommendations are, you talk about, alcohol cessation, at least the end goal. And then you say like, well, what do you think about that? Okay, I'm going to pull them. Wait. Get back. Okay. So how do you think about that? And you just get their reaction. Maybe it's shocking. Maybe they like, yeah, I always knew I had some liver. I found out a long time ago. Either they know or they don't. So you can kind of process the information. And then I'm like, the segue is to like, how committed are they or ready or to start talk about their alcohol consumption. Oh crap. Stop. And the motivational interview comes in where you gauge whether they're pre-contemplative, contemplative. It's like where they are in that thought about quitting alcohol. Either they do or they don't. I mean, it's their life, their choice. Do they want to try to quit alcohol? And the motivational interviewing is just like, if they are, you like congratulate someone on their positive progress they've made. Oh yeah, I've really cut back already. I've been trying. And then you're like, oh, that sounds really good. You've been doing great. I want to commend you on that. And then you try to get them to the next point. If they're resistant, you just ask them like, what is your hesitation, or what do you, to you, what are the benefits of drinking alcohol, or how do you view it? You just kind of get it like, oh, I don't think it's a problem, or you find out, oh, I always knew it was kind of a problem, I just never able to quit. The motivational interviewing is trying to move them along forward without pushing your own agenda on them. But of course your agenda is clear cut. You want them to quit drinking. It goes with smoking, it goes with all these things. And it's really hard to do, honestly. It's like specialists are super focused on one particular thing. But what I really like about my job now is these GLP-1s that just come out. They've been around, but they're huge now. Ozempic, Zepbound, Wegovy, Mounjaro, all these ones. They're so amazing right now. Uh-oh. Bring it. Get back here. Is he gonna find me? Yeah. And so recently, Zepbound, which was the brand name for tirzepatide used for weight loss, it's like Ozempic, but it's only for weight loss. Now it just got approved for obstructive sleep apnea. We're at the point where insurance companies aren't really on board yet, but it's getting that way. So I can see myself by next year. My patients who use CPAPs, and a lot of the contributing variable is excess body weight. I'm going to start giving them Zepbound to treat their obstructive sleep apnea. Isn't that amazing? So here's what's cool about this. I'm treating their blood sugar, even if they're not diabetic. Say they're just pre-diabetic. I'm treating their blood sugar. This is going to help reduce their blood pressure. It's going to improve their sleep apnea. It's going to reduce their kidney function decline. It's going to slow the progression of fatty liver. And if they're overweight and experiencing joint aches. It's going to reduce or even prevent the development of osteoarthritis. Hey, they got invited me to the group. Well, I'm already 20 minutes in the video, so I don't think I'm going to... It's going to be a 30-minute play session. Oh, man. So tempted. Just peeking over the corner and see who's there. Zelander. They're gonna want me to pull. I think they felt. Don't look at me. Be online for about so I'll just tell one of them. They're all in the same group. Yeah. I wish they asked me earlier. Hey, but you know what I could do? Man, I could be like using my loot and healing them up good. Let's see what they have up there. So Zolander's a Shadow Knight, and I'm 10 levels higher than him. I mean, they have... do they still have... I wonder... See, I think the monk left, and that's probably why they want me. They've got a tank, and he's a Shadow Knight, level 30, but that is kind of pushing low levels for, you know, handling that stuff. So what I'm going to do is clear out the graveyard now. Maybe I'll get like some dark greens in there. I love this song. Graveyard time. The Graveyard Bash. The Monster Mash. I used to love that Monster Mash song when I was a kid. The Monster Mash. I remember my aunt playing it in the car. I thought it was like one of those oldies songs though. It probably is. Like, this is old music. I remember she asked me, do you like country or rock? And I didn't know what she meant. And I thought country music sounded like old people music. And I was like, rock. And then she put on like classic rock. And I'm like, oh, this is old music too. So when I was a kid, the music that I guess I like listening to the most. Oh, crap. Ooh. The music I like listening to the most was like that techno stuff. The equivalent to like Depeche Mode. Remember hearing that. We're driving down the road and listening to Depeche Mode music. I'd be sitting in the back seat of the car listening to, you know, with my parents and listen to that music. And I thought it was the best. Really into it. And then when I heard country and rock, I was like, oh, this is old people music. And the old people music would be like 70s rock, like Cat Scratch Fever. Riding off the rails on a crazy train. Poison, White Snake, Def Leppard. But I do remember when Guns N' Roses came out. Welcome to the Jungle. I was on a road trip with my dad. We were driving to Tennessee, and then I heard Welcome to the Jungle, and Take Me Home to Paradise City. That played on the radio, and we stopped at a truck stop, and I remember hearing that song. I used to think truck stops were really gross when I was a kid. They sold all kinds of weird things, you know, like you've seen those like bodega style gas stations and like horny goat weed pills next to the register. Nowadays they have like 5-hour energy drinks, just some weird stuff, you know. And I was like, man, this place is weird. We grew up kind of poor though. I loved road trips. My favorite part of road trip is stopping at a gas station. I was like so excited. Are we actually stopping? We're actually stopping. And we'd stop at the gas station. Oh man, the game is lagging bad. Alright, it's working again. I used to love stopping at the gas station getting stuff. Okay, Glyph Forbiddens. We are getting some experience, and that is a blue. Look at that. I ain't afraid of a blue. The guard might be like a paladin class. I wonder. I can handle 2-on-1. Let's pull them back. Yep, it's a caster. Try to root me. I don't care, you can root me. I'm not going anywhere. I remember as a kid, I always thought the coolest job would have been a truck driver. You get to drive for a living and be on road trips all the time. I don't know if I'd ever like being a truck driver. As a kid, you know, you have tons of energy. It was just like an adventure. I thought truck driving's got to be the cool job. The job I wanted to do, the job I thought was probably the coolest, but something that was really hard to obtain, you know, would be like a heavy equipment operator. Driving those huge tractors, thought that was the coolest job in the world. And also a train conductor. I'm like, man, you get to drive around in a train all day. That's awesome. I'm switching targets, getting the one that's healing itself over and over. So those are jobs I thought was really cool when I was a kid. I grew up in a blue-collar household, so like doing blue-collar jobs was like kind of what I expected that I would be doing. And then when I went to college, I was 17 actually, I started community college. I was taking courses to work at some of these chemical plants. That's what I wanted to do, be a chemical plant operator, do the shift work. That was my goal. It's what everybody in my family was doing, my uncles, and a lot of them worked blue collar jobs like turnaround welders and turnaround workers, boiler makers. So that was my dream job, really. When I was about 24, I got a job in a detergent plant. It was a batch processing plant. I didn't like it. I didn't feel like I fit in either. They're all like in, you know, the type of people, they're like more into hunting and stuff. I'm not saying I don't like hunting, but I just feel like I didn't fit in. So a little bit disillusioned, I would say. And then I remember my grandfather got sick, and so he was in the hospital, and we were in the big downtown hospital. It's probably Methodist. And what I loved about being in the hospital at night was that it was nighttime, everybody was awake. There's cafeterias in there, and I was like, man, wouldn't it be so cool to work in a hospital? You know, I didn't actually see the workers. I just saw, I saw the workers, but we were in the waiting room area and hanging out, and it just seemed like the place never slept. So I was like, I'm a night person. This would be so awesome. So that was the first time I thought it would be awesome to work in a hospital. And that's what I ended up doing a long time later. It's kind of weird though, how later in life you're doing something you never expected. At least that's how it happened for me. I joined the Army in my mid-20s. Got my GI Bill. I got out when I was turning 30. Had money for college. And then I started college. I was going to be a pharmacist, I thought. At least I thought I was going to try to be a pharmacist. I was like, I never tried to get good grades in my life, so I didn't know if I was capable of it, but it wasn't hard when I actually tried. And made good grades. So I was like, hey, what about that hospital stuff I thought about a long time ago when I was like 18? Well, I did it. I made it out. And we made some good experience, but I need to start selling things. So I'm going to run over to the vendor now. Let's put on the drums. Yeah. I love the speed. So I'm overweight too, though. So I'm going to have to run out of this zone. I'm going to have to run to Butcher Block. They have vendors. Hey, this is one of the few times I've came across here no one's actually camping the Nibrites. That place is this spot is always camped. So I wonder if this is the closest place to do the vendors. But I really need to unload my weight. So my goal when I run through this zone is not to run into brownies. Those darn brownies. So but the plan is if I run to brownies, just keep running. They couldn't root though. Oh. Amiably, nice. The brownies are small and they're hard to see though. I try to avoid the roads as much as I can because I know there's a brownie that runs kind of like he's patrolling. Why am I stopped? Ooh. Okay, northeast. We're getting close. Running right along the road too. Try to get off this road. Keep your eyes peeled for brownie scouts. They're small and they're wily. They piss me off. One of these days I'm going to go back and kill them. Oh my god, am I in the wrong area? Oh shoot. There's that pained unicorn. Do I go north? I'm trying to find the zone line. Oh my god, which way am I going? I'm going west. We should go north. Just get north. Jesus. Worried about brownie scouts. Is this it? Oh, thank God I found it. I've been killed by brownie scouts too many times. This is one of the zones that make me the most nervous traveling through. All because of brownies. Well, all I'm going to do right now is just go sell a bunch of junk. I'm really getting rich pretty quickly on this character. So after I get to level 42, I think I'm going to run over to the commons and try to buy a set of drums. I want to buy the walrus skin drums. And I think there's even better drums. Eventually you get the drums of the beast. So we could actually just go north and go to the... Let's do that and go to the bank. But I'm going to do this off the recording. So thanks for watching, guys. Sorry, I was talking a lot about the work stuff, you know. It's been my work week. Kind of unwinding. But guys, have a great weekend. I'll talk to you later. Take care. Bye.